Ty Best is an expert when it comes to cryptocurrency. Andrew is not. Good morning,
No.
Ty. Good morning.
Good morning. I was going to say, good morning. Look, I want to say I'm not either.
Well, yeah. Listen, I'll tell you this. He got in, and you got in when it was booming.
Hot.
And we all wanted to get in. And Andrew does real estate on the side. And I think you just made a commission or something. And you're like, screw it.
Yeah, why not?
I'm gonna put $800 in. That $800 is currently today worth?
It is worth $337.
$337. So what did he do wrong, Ty?
Well, see, I can't address that, guys. I really can't because I'm not what you classify as a crypto expert. In fact, I don't know if there is such a thing because the industry is still so young in my mind.
Yeah.
I've learned more about cryptocurrency in the last 7 weeks. What I'm an expert in is what we've just launched in the last 7 weeks, and I don't want to say I'm an expert in that because it's so new. The company I'm associated with just made a new coin offering, launched February 1st, and that's Carrot Bank. And so what I've learned about crypto the last 7 weeks, I'm knowledgeable, but I couldn't explain truly everything. If you ask me what a blockchain is, ask me to explain it to you,
have
I
no
couldn't
idea. Yeah.
if I tried.
So how? All right. Well, let me ask you this. So we now are speaking with layman Ty Best.
Crypto layman.
Okay.
Let me say, can I say this? Is it Bill? Can I say this, Bill?
Yes.
This is what I've learned, okay? There's a book out by our CEO of our company, Mr. Harold Sykes, called The New Money. He explains cryptocurrency very well in that book called The New Money. It's at Barnes & Noble. You can get it. He explains cryptocurrency, made a very strong argument that it is 100% here to stay. It's not going anywhere. You know, Kodak just launched their cryptocurrency about a month ago. Our company, Carrot International, is a gold-based company that's 7 years old. But they launched Carrot Bank Coin, and you can see the white paper and all this stuff at carrotbank.io, carrotbank.io, all the white paper. Now, I didn't know what a white paper was till 7 weeks ago, but it explains the purpose of the coin, why it's there, and what's unique about what we've offered is that our coin, we believe, is one of the few initial cryptocurrencies out there ever offered that's actually backed by something substantial, where you actually know who the CEO is. You're not sending the money to a black hole. You know who the CEOs, you know where the bank is, you know who's actually behind that initial coin offering every step of the way. That's the difference.
How much have you made off this? It's Carrot Bank, is that what it is?
Carrot Bank, KARATBANK.io.
Oh, I was spelling
I
it
think
like
somebody
the
is trying to get me into this now too, and I'm just a little bit bit
Beaten up,
burned on the
beaten up. Yeah.
Well,
So
let
Carrot.
me explain a couple quick things to you.
All right.
No one's made any money because it's just been offered, and it won't even be available to the public till April.
Okay.
Now,
Is that this Freedom Checks thing?
That's 6 days, 15 hours, 40 minutes, and 39, 38, 37 seconds.
In case you're
counting
wondering.
down.
Right. Now, here's what's different, though. In this country, you can't even buy the coin, so you're not risking anything. The way our whole program is set up is that when a person becomes a part of our program, they save gold, and the company will give you the coin, or right now it's called a token. Until it goes live, it's called a coin, for free. So no one's risking anything. No one's putting anything on the table. They're getting involved literally
And is
for
it?
free.
And this, unlike the other cryptocurrency, is backed by gold.
Well, it's going to be backed by every token is going to be backed by 1/10 of a gram of gold eventually.
Eventually.
All right. Okay, I don't want to put in false information out there. Right now, the coin is valued, going to open the market at around 5 cents sometime in April. You see it on the white paper, so I'm not making up stuff.
Yeah.
You see it on the white paper. And then as we raise the value, and the value of the coin is substantial in the marketplace, of course, we anticipate it raising in value. And people can see the results of that on their own over the next few months.
How is this any different than Bitcoin or Litecoin or any of the other ones?
The main difference is you know who the CEO is.
Okay.
I had people the last 5 years call me on all these different cryptocurrencies. I'm not going to criticize them. But my number one argument was I'm not sending my money to a black hole. I'm not sending my money to a link, and I don't know where it's going. That was my only argument. And I watch people, and I got friends who actually made money, $40, $50, $100, $200,000 in Bitcoin. And I was happy for them, excited for them, and they've done well. So I'm not criticizing that. But I wasn't comfortable with that at all. I said, I like to know if somebody's going to rip me off, I at least like to know who did it. Okay?
Well, yeah, you're right, and that's a good point. The thing is, it's interesting about the whole Bitcoin thing, is that people were getting in, and then you're being told, and the beauty is because it doesn't live in one brick-and-mortar building, it doesn't live on one computer server, it's on several, it can never be hacked. 3 days later, the story comes out, such and such of a cryptocurrency was hacked, and billions were stolen. So
over and over again.
Yeah, and it's happened over and over again. So,
and not just Bitcoin, but many of them have been hacked.
Yeah.
And so, look, the thing that's going to make what we're doing so different is Carabas International is a 7-year-old company that's been teaching people to save gold in small transactional amounts for the last 7 years. That's credibility. The CEO is not invisible. He's the CEO of the company. He's an author. He's on the cover of magazines. He's on the Senate Advisory Financial Committee in Europe. This man is a credible person.
All right.
So when you talk about what we're bringing to the marketplace, we're bringing a currency there that's credible, and then the currency is being backed by gold down the road. It's going to be backed by gold, and every single token, the gold is, they have every single coin backed by at least 1/10 of a gram of gold.
Okay.
And eventually that gold is going to be used to use all kinds of transactions all around the world. There's a whole plan about it, and I can't go through all. That's why I tell people, go see the white paper at caribbank.o, and if they want to get more information about what we do, go check out therealmoney.online. I think you spoke with Lorraine, so the site is The Real Money, therealmoney.online/ Lorraine G 1258. I know I say that sort of fast, so I hope your listeners got it, because there's no way to cover all this. But you'll see that, and you'll see how we stack up against all this other cryptocurrency out there. We're not hyping it up. We're just saying, look at what we're doing. You can't even buy the gold. You can't even buy the token. We're going to gift it to you. That's how confident we are about where it's going and what we're going to do.
All right. Andrew, questions?
No, I think I've got all I need to know with the website, and I have heard a little bit about some of the newer ones. I hear 2018 is going to be the year of crypto, so we'll see.
The problem with cryptocurrency is if you want to, let's say your value goes up to Bitcoin's value is at $15,000, and you go to Bitcoin and say, well, I want to cash in and get my $15,000. There's no Bitcoin to go to. You have to find somebody to buy it for the $15,000. Is that right?
Is that right?
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
yeah, it is. I
yeah,
think I'm right.
I would sell it back, but I don't know when I'm going to get my money.
And see,
well, that is if somebody buys it.
See, that's another thing about what we're doing. That's why when you guys go check it out, you see what I'm talking about. Mr. Harold Seitz is literally a financial genius in this arena, and he understands. He's sort of studied it. He knows more.
Okay.
And he's broken this thing down, and he's going to simplify this process. So when you decide to say, I want out of this Carrot Bank coin, okay, you could be in a position to have that coin translated into real actual dollars you can do things with inside of 72 hours. I mean, these are the things that are being worked on behind the scenes to expedite this whole process. So people always ask, well, when can I get my money? What can I do with the money? How can I, if that coin does go up to $100,000, how do I get that money?
So right now, every carat coin is backed by 1/10 of a gram of gold.
That's the goal. It's not there yet.
Oh, it's not there yet. And
I can't make that claim until it becomes a coin and it's initiated into the marketplace.
And that's
the goal.
That would be.
You see all that in the white paper.
That would be, by today's values, it'd be about $4.28 American money.
Right.
So 1/10 of a gram is right about $4, right?
So you're correct. So the idea is to put a person in a position where they're never, ever going to see the coin, the Carrot Bank coin, drop to a value of zero.
How is that, though, any different, though, than just dealing with an investment firm or something that's backed by the American dollar, which is supposedly backed by gold? How is that any different?
Well, see, that gets into a whole nother seminar to me.
Okay. All right.
Because number one, the dollar's not backed by gold because we don't have the gold to back the dollar.
Right.
Okay, we know we don't have to go to back the dollar anymore.
It is the
That's
standard.
A whole other thing. We could get into that for an hour.
Yeah.
We start talking about the Federal Reserve. We start talking about the dollar.
I get that.
And the decline of the dollar, and the dollar lost 99% of its value over the last 1 years. Don't buy what it used to buy. And I tell people right now on a day-to-day basis, now I will say, I talk about this all the time. If your future, if your money is tied up in paper, you are a financial disaster waiting to happen.
Okay.
Everybody knows this. Okay.
A lot of people
nobody knows what to do about it. And it's real simple. Save gold. Now, banks know it. That's why they accumulate gold. That's why they stockpile gold. But they tell the average consumer, put your money in the bank. Go get certificate deposits. Go get your annuities. Put your money in the stock market.
Yeah.
And we know statistically the stock market has crashed every 8 to 10 years, and we see it coming, and we still tie our money up in forward.
Yeah, but with the stock market, though, when you really look at it, is probably the most consistent. Yes, it has crashed, but when you look at people making money in the long term, stock market's not such a terrible investment. I have a guy that wants to ask a question or a comment anyway. Brent on Bitcoin. Brent, you're on. Good morning.
Good morning, Bill.
You're on with Ty Best, layman on Carrot coin.
Can I say one quick thing in reference to that, though? Do the math. This is just math.
Yeah.
I got a financial advisor sit and tell you that gold has outperformed. Now, not short term. You can put some money in the stock market and make a little money short term. But gold has outperformed literally every financial instrument in this country in the last 100 years.
Okay, all right.
Over the long haul.
Fair
gold
enough.
has.
All right, Brent, you're on.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I just have just a quick statement, actually. You talked about cashing out Bitcoin earlier.
Yeah.
And it's actually pretty simple. There's an app you can get. It's called Coinbase.
Yeah, I have
that.
Yep.
Yeah, I've got that. That's where I got
anytime you want
mine
to
on.
cash it out,
and Brent, I'm not challenging that. What I'm saying though is the philosophy of it is that there is no institution to go to.
I think he's saying there is. You can sell at any time,
but it's not. It's a cloud. It's all. Brent, you know what I'm talking about, right? It's not.
Yeah, I agree 100%.
Yeah.
I don't have a ton of money in Bitcoin, but I've used it. You can get. There's actually a lot of avenues as of now. You can buy. There's places where you can buy Amazon gift cards, Walmart gift cards, different things like that.
It's basically, you're.
It's going to get easier and easier. It's become simpler and simpler.
Yeah.
As cryptocurrency makes its way into more of the mainstream.
I think that's
going to become easier to do.
That's true. My fear is we were told from the beginning that this was so safe that it couldn't be hacked, and then all of a sudden there's stories out there where it was hacked, and I don't understand. That hurts credibility. And then, of course, it came out and it was looking like it was growing, and then the numbers have tanked. I guess it's pretty volatile right now, and it makes people worry. But I do think it is a currency of the future. I think it's something that is real and isn't going to go away.
A lot of nations are talking about using cryptocurrency to avoid the tariffs that are being put in place.
Oh, interesting. All right, Brent, I appreciate that. Thank you, man.
Yep, no problem.
The service again is that he was mentioning is called it's called what again?
Coinbase.
Yeah. I downloaded that app. I have it.
So just one other question. When we talked about what is it backed by, in my opinion, and I don't know much about this, but it would seem to me it's backed by whatever you're buying it with, right? It's backed by currency that's currently recognized by governments around the world, right? Because that's what you're...
No, not really. It's backed by what you're willing... What it's backed by the demand.
I would say it's backed by perception. You're right.
Perception,
perceived value.
Correct.
I mean, let's
it's really not backed. It's really not backed by currency.
Even the dollar.
Well, but when you trade
value.
it in, what do you get?
We perceive value. I mean, it's really just green paper, but it's perceived value. If we perceive it has value, then it has value.
Well, you're right. I mean,
it's the same thing with money, then.
I guess it is, but it's more organized. It's more.
If there's value there, we want it.
Yeah. So if for instance, he was mentioning that you could get an Amazon card. So if the perceived value, if the current value says that, hey, one Bitcoin is going to get you a $100, which it'll get you more than that, but a $100 Amazon card, then that's what it's worth. Mm-hmm. So, but my fear is if the demand goes down, then it has zero value, and at least our currency is backed by the government. And this moment of silence is brought to you by the Utica Public Library.
Hey, look, go out and go to Europe and start giving them dollar bills. They ask you if you got a credit card.
Right.
They ask you, do you have anything else?
I get it. All right.
I mean, so it's a perceived value. If you travel throughout, you get out the United States and you start running around with dollars, people are like, do you have a credit card? I mean, they'd rather have a credit card.
Well, because they can do the exchange through the system.
It's just this perception that we have about the American dollar. It no longer exists worldwide. That existed right after World War II.
All right.
Or right throughout the 60s, 70s, 80s. It's not there. And in fact, you go to a place like Mexico where you used to get exchanged all the dollars you want for all the pesos you want.
Yeah, but a lot of that, though.
Limits on all that stuff.
A lot of that is that, like when you go to Canada. So I go to Canada, and 1 minute the dollar's worth this. They'll have it posted as compared to the Canadian dollar. The reason they like credit cards is not because the dollar no longer has value. It's because they don't have to deal with making change on the exchange. And a lot of times what will happen in Canada is you'll get shortchanged. You're better off using a credit card, because you'll get the exact exchange rate, whereas the vendor will oftentimes just kind of round it up or round it down to make it easier to give you change. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, Tom. All right. Well, I think
it has value. So I don't want to. I'm not poo-pooing the dollar at all.
Yeah.
I'm just. I don't want people to get that impression that I'm anti the dollar. No.
Yeah,
I'm just aware of what the dollar's worth is.
Right.
I'm aware that when Richard Nixon took us off the gold standard back in 1971, we started having inflation, and the dollar started losing purchasing power. And that's why people are running around trying to figure out, I'm working harder.
Right, yeah.
I'm not going to make more money, but I'm buying less stuff.
I
have less stuff, and I'm not getting ahead. What's going on? Because the dollar is not backed by. Every dollar before then was backed by $1 gold.
Right,
now it's not.
Yeah.
It's just printing paper out of thin air, and that's like I said, a whole nother seminar.
Yeah.
And that's what's unique about what Carrot Bank Coin is doing.
Okay,
is we're using gold because gold literally value is not perceived value. It's based on the amount of money it takes to extract gold from the land. So that's why it's been a consistent value for the last 5,000 years. It's always been money, and look like it always will be.
Would you be offended if I were to tell you I don't think I know any more now than I did when we first started this interview?
It was a good conversation.
I've enjoyed the conversation,
I
but
cannot. That's why I want to send people to see the white paper,
Okay.
go look up the information, and when you start looking up things, it starts to make more sense to you as to what we're doing and where we're going, because we really believe the day is going to be where there will be countries and institutions where almost all transactions will be done in gold.
Crypto, in gold. In gold. And this is different than, this is carat, so i.e. the gold, right? Okay there, Ty. Thank you. I appreciate it.
I appreciate you for having me on the show. I really do appreciate being here, guys.
Good times. And you will do it again. Thank you.
Hey, thank you. Have a great day now. Bye-bye.
Rick says, this guy is a salesman, and he's also full of it. Listen, take for what it is. There's a website, and it's, what is it again? It's carrotcoin.io. But anyway, look it up. It's
Carrot Bank Coin?
Carrot Bank is what it is. Carrot, K-A-R-A-T, bank.io, I believe is the website.